the battlefield, but because they almost did. The AGM-169 Joint Common Missile, often known simply as the JCM, is one such weapon. A missile designed to unify the U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force under a single, next-generation air-to-ground system. A missile intended to replace two of America's most iconic weapons, the Hellfire and the Maverick. A missile packed with advanced guidance systems, long-range, and multi-target capability. Yet, despite all its potential, the JCM never entered service. Today, we explore the story of the AGM-169, a program filled with ambition, innovation, competition, and ultimately, cancellation. This is the missile that could have changed air-to-ground warfare, but never got the chance. 2. The vision, one missile for all services. Narrator. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, the U.S. military was facing a problem. Different branches were using different air-to-ground missiles. The AGM-114 Hellfire for helicopters, the AGM-65 Maverick for fighter aircraft, and several variations for naval platforms. Maintaining multiple missile systems meant higher logistical costs, multiple training programs, separate maintenance chains, and different spare parts, all of which added complications to modern warfare. The solution: create one missile that could be fired from helicopters, fighter jets, naval aircraft, and potentially even unmanned platforms. This idea gave birth to the Joint Common Missile program. The goal was bold: design one truly versatile missile that could perform all the roles previously covered by multiple systems, while also being far more advanced. 3. Development begins. Lockheed Martin vs. Raytheon. Narrator. The U.S. Department of Defense launched the Joint Common Missile program in 2002. Two major defense contractors competed for the contract: Lockheed Martin, Raytheon. Both companies proposed cutting-edge designs with new seekers, upgraded range, and multi-platform functionality. After intense competition, Lockheed Martin won the $1.6 billion development contract. This decision placed the future of U.S. air-to-ground weaponry in their hands. 4. The technology, a missile ahead of its time. Narrator. What made the JCM so ambitious was not just its purpose, but its technology. The missile was equipped with a remarkable tri-mode seeker, a guidance system far ahead of the missiles of its era. The seeker combined three targeting methods. 1. Millimeter wave radar (mmW) allows the missile to operate in all weather, penetrating fog, smoke, and dust. It also enables true fire and forget capability, meaning the pilot does not need to guide it after launch. 2. Imaging infrared (IIR) provides a detailed heat-based image of the target. This helps distinguish between civilian objects, friendly units, and armored vehicles. 3. Semi-active laser guidance allows soldiers, drones, or aircraft to paint a target with a laser designator. This method is extremely accurate and ideal for pinpoint strikes. Narrator. Together, these three systems allow the JCM to perform in diverse combat scenarios: urban areas, deserts, bad weather, and heavy battlefield clutter. It could attack moving tanks, stationary bunkers, armored vehicles, small boats, fast attack vehicles, and even lightly armored aircraft. Very few missiles in the early 2000s had such multi-target capability. 5. Design and performance specifications. Narrator. The AGM-169 measured about the same length as the Hellfire but was significantly more advanced. Its expected performance included range, 16 to 28 kilometers, 10-17 miles far. Greater than early Hellfire versions. Speed, high subsonic. Weight, around 49 kilograms, 108 pounds. Warhead, tandem charge heat capable of defeating explosive reactive armor. The extended range allowed aircraft like the AH-64 Apache or the F/A-18 Hornet to strike enemy targets from a safer distance, outside many anti-aircraft threat zones. 6. Multi-platform deployment. Narrator. One of the biggest strengths of the JCM was its compatibility with multiple aircraft. It wasn't built for just one type of platform, it was designed for almost all U.S. air-to-ground platforms. Planned launch platforms included helicopters, AS-64 Apache, Ohio 58, Kiowa, MH-60 Seahawk, fighter aircraft, F/A-18 Hornet, A-10 Thunderbolt II, future platforms, UAVs, next-generation jets. This cross-platform ability made the JCM a rare, joint, project across all military branches. 7. Early success, testing and demonstrations. Narrator. From 2002 to 2005, the missile underwent extensive testing. And the results were promising. Test footage showed the JCM striking moving vehicles with precision. It tracked targets automatically, locked onto thermal signatures, and followed laser designations flawlessly. Pentagon officials praised the missile, calling it greater than a major step forward in precision strike capability. Everything seemed to indicate that the JCM would become the next iconic U.S. missile. 8. The unexpected twist, budget cuts and war demands. Narrator. But in the mid-2000s, everything changed. The U.S. was heavily involved in operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. Budgets shifted toward immediate battlefield needs, armored vehicles, troop protection, and counter-IED technology. Large, long-term programs like the JCM suddenly faced pressure. The Pentagon began asking difficult questions. Could the U.S. afford this program right now? Was a new missile urgently needed? Should existing systems simply be upgraded instead? These questions began to weigh heavily on the JCM's future. 9. Cancellation, the end of the AGM-169. Narrator. In 2007, after years of development, review, and debate, the U.S. Department of Defense made its decision. The AGM-169 Joint Common Missile program was cancelled. The official reasons: rising development costs, budget reprioritization during wartime, preference to upgrade existing Hellfire missiles, delays caused by shifting requirements. The cancellation shocked many in the defense industry. A missile with such advanced technology, discontinued before entering service. 10. Legacy, how JCM lives on. Narrator. But the story doesn't end there. The JCM's technology was simply too valuable to disappear. Many of its innovations were revived in a new missile program. The AGM-179 JAGM, Joint Air-to-Ground Missile. The JAGM directly inherited the JCM's tri-mode seeker, multi-platform design, precision targeting systems. Today, the JAGM is in active service with the U.S. Army and Marine Corps. In many ways, the JCM walked, so the JAGM could run. 11. Conclusion, a missile ahead of its time. Narrator. The AGM-169 Joint Common Missile may never have entered combat. It may never have replaced the Hellfire or Maverick as originally planned. But its technological legacy continues today. It shaped the future of precision strike weapons. It demonstrated the potential of tri-mode seeking technology. And it paved the way for the modern JAGM missile now used on U.S. helicopters and jets. The JCM remains a powerful reminder that in military innovation, even cancelled projects can change the future. This is the story of a missile that never flew in battle, but still transformed